Good morning. I'm Dr. Barry Gribbins, President, Los Angeles Valley College. Thank you. It is my pleasure to welcome you all this morning. It's our pleasure to host this important event, sharing information about the GoPass program. Many students at colleges are already benefiting from the GoPass program in the Los Angeles Community College District, and we're excited about the expansion to all community colleges in Los Angeles County. This morning we have several officials including the following speakers from the Los Angeles Community College District Board of Trustees. We have Trustee Andrew Hoffman. We have Marco Enriquez with Senator Feinstein's office. Welcome, Mayor Garcetti. Stephanie Wiggins, Metro CEO. Los Angeles Community College District Chancellor Francisco Rodriguez. Cassandra Cabrera, LA City College student. And lastly, Asher Miles, LA Valley College student. Asher, you have your fan club here.
Thank you.
Let me welcome our first speaker, Trustee Andrew Hoffman.
Thank you, President Gribbins, and good morning, everybody. I'm so very pleased to join you on this beautiful, is it not a beautiful day, September morning, for the very exciting announcement making the Metro GoPass program available to all community college students in the County of Los Angeles. So it's really special for me to be here today. I grew up near the corner of Woodman and Oxnard, not too far from here. And as I was telling Mayor Eric Garcetti, I went to Grant High School, which is right next door to Valley College. And go Lancers! And as a kid growing up in the San Fernando Valley, and I'm dating myself here, and maybe, Mayor, you'll remember this, I took the RTD. I took the bus everywhere. I took the bus to middle school. I took the bus to the Sherman Oaks Fashion Square. I took the bus to work. I took the bus to the beach. And when I was a senior in high school, deciding on where I would go to college, my parents were super helpful. They said, you can take the bus to Valley College, you can take the bus to Pierce College, or you can take the bus to Cal State Northridge. Those were my choices. And I chose Valley College. Our conversations around getting a ride, because when you're a kid and you don't drive yet, especially, always ended with, you can take the bus. So on behalf of the Los Angeles Community College District Board of Trustees, our 9 colleges, and the over 200,000 students that enroll in our classes, I want to thank Senator Feinstein, the Metro staff, Mayor Eric Garcetti, and our Chancellor Francisco Rodriguez for your diligence and tenacity in seeing this issue through and for bringing this service to all community college students, not just LA Community College District students, but all community college students in the County of Los Angeles. And that deserves a round of applause. We at LACCD have been advocating in support of this issue for over 5 years. Your support of a Fareless transit system for all students is transformational, particularly for the 50% of LA Community College District students that told us they have difficulty paying for public transportation. Who are these students? At LACCD, we educate students of all backgrounds and walks of life. We educate more women than men, and many are first generation and low-income students. We educate dreamers, adult learners, parents, and under-resourced students, all with the aspiration of attaining a degree or certificate or pursuing that dream job or career. Nearly half of our students in the LA Community College District are under the age of 25, and 60% of LACCD students are women. Our student body comes from predominantly underrepresented communities with over half of our students living at or below the poverty line. In a recent survey that we conducted, 63% of students reported food insecurity, and I know we've had a lot of conversations around food and housing insecurity. In that same survey, 50% of our students told us they would take or continue to take public transportation with a reduced fee or a free tap card. Prior to launching the LACCD GoPass program, students were paying up to $160 per semester for a Metro tap card. This fee was unaffordable or a great burden for many of our students. So how will this GoPass program benefit students? For these students, a Fareless public transit was life-changing and made the difference between choosing to spend money on food, buying breakfast for instance, or transportation to get to school. It meant the difference for students between dropping out due to their inability to make it to class or completing a degree and actually making it on time to the college. The expanded Student Transit Pass program will support struggling LACCD students and their families by lowering the cost of education because students wouldn't need to own, maintain, park, or insure a car. Not to mention that one moving violation or one failure to pay a ticket, even a parking ticket, can completely derail a student's educational goals. Many LACCD students take classes at multiple colleges, so the GoPass improves student access to education throughout our entire district. It also helps to increase, as we just talked about, school and class attendance, and it improves mobility and health, right? Further, the program benefits all Angelenos by reducing parking and traffic demand. I mean, I was actually shocked to see how full our parking lot is today. That's a good sign that students are here. Reducing air pollution and GHG emissions, increasing safety from lowering road congestion, and for those of you who have been out on the roads, it's a little bit crazy out there, I'll be honest, and building a culture of public transportation ridership. The Chancellor and I, and the rest of our board, are committed to working alongside LA Metro to continue to advocate for state and federal funding. I am so excited that this program will now be available to all community college students throughout the county of Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us this morning, and now it is my very great pleasure to introduce Mr. Marco Enriquez, District Field Representative for United States Senator Dianne Feinstein. And fun fact, he is a former community college student. Welcome.
Great. Thank you very much, Trustee Hoffman, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My name is Marco Enriquez. I'm a field representative for Senator Dianne Feinstein here in her Los Angeles office. Senator Feinstein asked me to speak on her behalf today, so I'd like to read her brief remarks. I'm sorry I can't be with you in person today as the Senate is in session in Washington, but I'm so pleased to join in the announcement of this important funding for the Los Angeles Community College District. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share a few words. The GoPass pilot program will help bridge a key gap in education access that for too long has held many students back. We know that lack of transportation is one of the leading barriers for students seeking to complete their education. And we know that's particularly true in large metropolitan areas like Los Angeles, which is home to 500,000 students. By funding the GoPass program, we're helping students who attend community colleges get to school. And we know that in turn, this will help them advance their education and work toward good paying jobs. As many of you know, the Congressionally Directed Spending Program that began again last year provides Congress the opportunity to support funding for specific projects for local government agencies and nonprofits. These investments are critical to helping direct federal resources to the communities that need them most, and my office has heard from people all around the state who are working to advance projects that are important to Californians. We're able to get this program included as a priority for federal funding and believe it will play a strong role in helping remove barriers that students face when pursuing higher education. I sincerely appreciate the efforts being made by the LA Community College District to improve transportation access for higher education and look forward to seeing the positive effects of this program. And now it's my pleasure to actually present the $1 million check that Senator Feinstein was able to secure through the congressionally directed spending.
Well, thank you. Let's hear it again for Senator Feinstein. And thank you, Marco, for your great work on her behalf. We are so lucky to have such a great senator for so many years. She's been a dear friend of ours, a dear friend of mine and my wife's, and she has really always set the bar. And we love the fact that Washington is giving to specific things again. I think that dirty word that was called earmark, it's called our money coming back to us, and for specific needs that make such a huge difference. You know, buses shouldn't be a barrier. They should be a bridge. And today, America's largest county says that we will have the largest free transit pass in America. That is worth celebrating. And thank you to Senator Feinstein for making this happen today. Thank you, President Gribbons, too, and the professors, staff, students at Valley College for hosting us. I always love coming back home to Valley College. This is a place that I grew up going and seeing performances here and had family members that were here. I'm a Valley boy, too, so I guess we have to say our geography. Thank you, the great Andra Hoffman, for her friendship and her leadership. I grew up at Woodley and Magnolia, more or less. I took the RTD every single day, 425 bus. Went down Ventura Boulevard, went to high school here in North Hollywood. Would not go to Sherman Oaks, but I'd go to the Galleria back when the song Valley Girl came out. So it was really the heart of everything. Fast Times at Ridgemont High was not a biographic of my experience, but it really felt like the center of the universe. And it's a great place to announce this, not just for the Valley, of course, but for all of Los Angeles and all of Los Angeles County. This is today at the intersection of where Metro's 237 and 167 bus routes meet the Orange Line or Metro G Line. And as we celebrate all that is happening here, we're seeing an amazing partner that has come for 5 years to help us with the vision that I and the board and our great CEO has put forward of making transit accessible and one day free to everybody. But today, it's free for every student who is an LAUSD student and every community college student in LA County. And that's a huge, huge start. The idea that transportation should be a human right, that we should not have barriers based on what zip code you're in or the wealth of your parents. It's always a joy to be able to see students riding our lines. I was just talking to a student who didn't even know this existed. He's like, wow, I can travel for free anywhere? Metro can take you to ball games. Metro can take you to the beach. Metro can take you to museums. Metro can take you to libraries. Metro can take you to job interviews, to health appointments. Metro can take you wherever you need to go. And it's not just on the buses and on the rail lines. There's Metro Micro, which is a great neighborhood circulator now that gets you, it's something between kind of an Uber, Lyft, and a bus. It'll get you door to door where you need to go. You'll meet a couple neighbors in the community. And constantly we're looking at innovating and showcasing the investments that voters have given us with Measure M. In the Valley alone, 4 new lines and 1 extended that will be a part of what we're investing here, but 15 rapid transit lines that we're either extending or building anew. In fact, we showcased and unveiled the last of the 7 first of the 8 stops on the Crenshaw LAX line. We can't wait for the public to take over that line soon as the newest in our system, one that'll get you all the way to the airport very soon next year. We know that free transit makes it easier for students to focus on what we want them to focus on, their studies and on their future. They can make it to an event that launches their career. They can drop their kids off at childcare before they go to campus classes. They can attend to one of life's many needs that comes up for all of us. But it can fade, with a little help, those events that come up can fade back just enough to spark your imagination when you enter the classroom, instead of being the excuse for why you didn't show up. Expanding access to opportunities and connections, we know, changes lives, and that's what we're doing here today. And this federal investment will reap dividends over lifetimes. And by the way, Senator Feinstein hasn't just helped us with this. She's helped us build the extension of our subways. She's helped us make sure, together with then Senator Boxer, now Senator Padilla, Senator Harris, our vice president now in between, and our great House reps, to make sure that federal dollars often match half of what we're putting into constructing new. Don't worry, you can take the bus. It's much more calm. To be able to match what we're putting with local tax dollars with some of our federal taxes coming back to us as well. You know, this started out as a pilot. LA City Government, Metro, and LACCD are keeping it going now for a wealth of reasons. First, equity drives every decision we make at Metro. When Metro did an equity assessment, the results were as clear as the water in the LAVC Olympic pool. Students in our city, more than any other groups, face cost barriers when it comes to riding transit. A lot of people don't get that because they're like, it's a pretty low price. But add that for each trip, a couple times a day, all week long, on the weekends. And we know that LACCD takes our most disadvantaged neighborhoods and finds folks there and gives them opportunities of education. But they still face too many barriers, health barriers, transportation barriers, childcare barriers. But just halfway through this pilot, which launched less than a year ago, about 13,700 community college students have taken over 500,000 free trips. That is something worth celebrating. Many who ride the bus today might buy a car in the future, but they're still going to favor Metro. They're going to know if they're going to a Rams game or if they're going someplace with a family, that a bus or a train is a better way to go. And some will love it so much they'll forego cars altogether. Be part of a generation that is saying we can clean up the air, we can reduce traffic, and lead this world in making sure we have a more livable planet. To the future IT professional on the Metro B or Red Line who might go to LA City College for a computer degree, or the Linwood local taking the Green or C Line on his way to be a certified nursing assistant at LA Southwest College, and a fellow Valley College student living in Reseda, not far from where I grew up, taking the Orange or G Line to finish up her general requirements before transferring to CSUN for her 4-year degree in engineering. The possibilities literally are endless. After we made community college free and became the largest place in the country and inspired the state to make community college free with LA College Promise, we saw a 40% increase of LAUSD students going to college full-time in 2 years. 40%. We usually brag in politics about a 2% or a 3% rise. This is a 40% rise. And we have a similar opportunity with this Fareless initiative to drive more people to their education, to their future, and to their success. So I'm going to introduce Stephanie Wiggins, but I know, do we have any Spanish? Okay, say a little Spanish as well. Hoy estoy muy contento de celebrar fondos federales gracias a senadora Feinstein por su trabajo increíble de $1 millón para continuar nuestro programa GoPass durante este año escolar, garantizando que el tránsito público siga siendo gratis para estudiantes de colegios comunitarios. Este es un modelo para expandir el acceso y las oportunidades de colegios comunitarios. Y para nuestros estudiantes en todas partes del condado que son parte de este, gracias por esta coalición de Metro, el distrito escolar y también los estudiantes que finalmente encontrar sus sueños y su futuro. With that, let me turn it over to our great CEO of Metro, a woman who has helped guide this and who's made this a reality today. She's the hardest working woman in transportation, the one and only Stephanie Wiggins.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. First, let me thank the great mayor of Los Angeles, Mayor Eric Garcetti. He was at the helm of Metro as the chair back in May 2021 when the board decided, yes, let's go all in on Fareless. Without his leadership and vision, we would not be here today. We said, let's start with the students. So I want to actually congratulate Mayor Garcetti for his leadership and vision, because it's not easy being the third largest transit agency in the country and deciding to do this, right? It is not at all. I want to thank Senator Feinstein for her leadership and vision, and the delegation for making this grant possible. I would say, because you've heard from Trustee Hoffman and from our excellent Mayor Garcetti about the benefits, you know, we branded this the GoPass, but this is really a freedom pass. When you think about what it means, free from reducing congestion, free from the negative impacts of climate change, but more importantly, by partnering with LACCD, it's freedom from poverty. I appreciate being in partnership with the Chancellor in being a social mobility provider and a disruptor of poverty. And I will say, because of the vision and leadership of the Chancellor, who decided, okay, all right, Metro, we're going to partner with you on this. He's made my life easier. So I'm going to be brief and highlight our GoPass and hand it over to my partner in good. Because I think with Mayor Garcetti's leadership and, he's wrapping up his term as Metro, he has really brought forward equity and driven equity in everything we do, which means we need to not be traditional and trying to do it by ourselves. Having great partners like LACCD and Dr. Francisco Rodriguez as the Chancellor has made all of this possible. So thank you all very much.
Hey, buenos dias. Thank you, Stephanie, for that very kind, generous introduction. And we're partners here. When the mayor and the trustees, and when we got together, we said, well, let's do something real special in Los Angeles. And we want to be a model, not just for access to higher education. And with the mayor's great leadership in 2016, before the statewide program came into play for tuition-free education for all Californians, the mayor said, we will do this in Los Angeles. And indeed, with his support, the great Mayor's Fund that helped to fund this, we did. So I wanted to thank the mayor for his vision, his courage, and our collective institutional, city, district tenacity to get it through the finish line. So today, because of the leadership of our Board of Trustees, with Andrea Hoffman, our college presidents like Barry Gribbins, Kathleen Burke, and Ada Aguiar, and the other community college presidents that support this, every single Californian can receive a tuition-free education, irrespective of zip code, for 2 years. How does that sound, everybody? That is the California promise that says education is the key indicator for social and indeed economic mobility. And I was looking behind me. Check out this Caterpillar. It's beautiful. I learned today that's called an articulated bus because it speaks so well. But it is electric, it is carbon-free, it is reducing the carbon footprint here indeed in Los Angeles. So we indeed are used to being in a city of first. First to access to college education, first for a Fareless transit pass, and first for reducing a carbon footprint and having the most aggressive, forward-looking sustainability and green policies on this planet. And I think that's something worth applauding for, don't you? So the mayor described this as an intersection. It did take 5 years. It took a while to put the pieces together. It took a while, but this is really, I think, a celebration of common vision towards a better future, to provide safe, affordable, reliable public transportation, to use and move forward the very bold vision that we have for a sustainable environment, for a sustainable culture, to build a culture of public transportation here in Los Angeles. And of course, as you heard so clearly pointed out, and our students will, I think, say it better than most, than any, to remove another barrier to go to higher education, to go to college. And what this pass does, it gives you limitless rights. And not just the freedom that Stephanie that described, but this movement through and out of poverty and through higher education into a good paying job that's a livable wage that allows you to contribute to the local economy here. So this intersection of common vision, of cooperation, sometimes there's models that public agencies can't or won't work together. Not true here. Not true. Because we have common values, common systems, common interests to lift and elevate Angelinos together, playing to our strengths. We do education very well. Get us out of that, we're not so good. So we need partners. We need folks who have strength in transportation, who have strength in government, who have strength in services that will allow us to move forward. And then the last piece here, this intersection of common vision, of cooperation, and ultimately a public investment. So Enrique, thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful gift that we have here. Marco Enriquez, excuse me. Wonderful gift that we have here from Senator Feinstein, who has made a public investment in this public transportation. And LACCD will continue to be a strong advocate for reduced college costs. I'm so pleased to be joined here by representatives, friends from Glendale College, from Mount San Antonio College, Compton College, El Camino College, Pasadena City College, Long Beach City College, and Cerritos College. We all thank you. We all celebrate this moment juntos. Nunca es tarde para seguir la educación. Nunca es tarde para estudiar. So we want to make sure that we move forward towards moving the needle towards access, equity, ultimately completion. So it's now my great pleasure to speak and introduce, say something about these two wonderful speakers that are going to share their thoughts with you. They are the beneficiaries. They are the representatives of the hundreds of thousands of students throughout Los Angeles County that will benefit from this great Fareless initiative and from the GoPass that will allow them to move from point A to point B seamlessly. I'm going to introduce both of them, then I'll just have them come up. I'm going to start with Cassandra Cabrera. She's from Los Angeles City College. She's a film major, is going to graduate this spring, and plans to transfer, where else? UCLA in film. Look at her. Cassandra, she and her 6-year-old son ride the Metro regularly, so she can give us firsthand testimony how it's been so important to her life as well. The student that will follow Cassandra is Asher Miles. Asher Miles is a student here at Valley College, home of the Monarchs. His fan club is here. He is a political science major with a minor in journalism, and his goal, think about this, is to establish an independent news media channel so that he could deliver the news in a way that is community-based, equity-minded, and focused on the good that is indeed Los Angeles. So let's welcome both Cassandra and Asher Miles, please.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Cassandra Cabrera, and I'm a film major at LACC College. I live right next to the Metro system, and then LACC is right by the Metro system, so it only makes sense that I ride the Metro. And I'm so thankful for the LA Metro GoPass because it allows me and my son to ride for free. And being a full-time mother, student, and worker, it just takes the extra challenge off of that, and using the GoPass just makes everything so much worthwhile. And for all the students that are not on the program already, I encourage you to sign up today and use the GoPass program. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Asher Miles. I'm 26 years old and I currently attend Los Angeles Valley College. I am a political science major, and I want to start this off with, I remember when I graduated conservatory from acting, I had a purple PT Cruiser called Barbara Streisand, and unfortunately she got totaled, and I had to take the bus. Now, about 3 weeks earlier, I had my catalytic converter stolen from my Prius again, and I actually had to get a GoPass. And when I tell you that being able to ride the bus and the train while my car was being fixed helped a lot. So I want to say thank you to Mayor Garcetti, thank you to CEO Stephanie Wiggins, all of you all, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Ever since the Los Angeles Community College District passed the impressive GoPass program back in September of 2021, colleges and students have been able to utilize the the rights that have been needed to support our basic needs. Like I said earlier, I had my catalytic converter stolen 3 times this year, and I became one of the 25% of students who had to rely on the GoPass to commute to and from school, to and from work, and when you work 3 jobs, it can get hard. By extending the Fareless public transit program to all students in the district, we are providing 68% of LACCD students who come from low-income households an opportunity to allocate those finances a little bit easier towards our basic needs as food and shelter. In a student survey conducted in 2021, 55% of respondents reported housing insecurity, and 63% of students reported food insecurity. By alleviating the stress of payment of trains and buses, students in the district are granted better access to completing their degrees. As we stand here today, it is important that we do not forget the successful grassroots advocacy from the LACCD students and the Fareless Transit Initiative Task Force back in 2021. With their work, they were able to take an idea and make it a reality. It is my hope that we take the Metro and in partnership with the LACCD and continue to extend and expand these programs and these things for rest of LA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cassandra and Nasher, for sharing your stories and showing how this simple program can have such a profound impact. And again, Mr. Mayor, thank you for your ongoing partnership. You helped bring LA Promise to make college free to all the folks in Los Angeles Community College District for 2 years, having an amazing impact. Extending that, helping us with that being extended to the LA Metro program with the GoPass, already helping over 10,000 students in the LA Community College District. We're deeply grateful. And Marco, please convey our gratitude to Senator Feinstein for extending this program county-wide. It's going to have an amazing impact, even greater. And of course, Stephanie Wiggins, we deeply appreciate the partnership with LA Metro making this happen. And of course, Valley also has the added appreciation for being able to be your partner with the Bus Operator Training Academy. So thank you for that, too. And Chancellor and Trustee Hoffman, thank you for your leadership in extending this program county-wide for the benefit of all of the residents in Los Angeles County. Thank you.